Hello, everyone here. It is a pleasure for me to be here to explain our party's promises for the election ahead. And I hope that all of you listening will know more of what our party is aiming to achieve for this term and why you should vote for the Party for Gardellia if you want to see a more brighter future for WolvHaven. As the people of WolvHaven prepare to go to the polls tomorrow to perform their democratic right to choose their own country's future, we want to urge people to make their informed choice of who to elect to lead them through the next 6 months. We, as devoted members of the server, want as much as you do to see Wolfhaven prosper and develop to a higher standard than ever before. We want to achieve more, and that is what we set out to do. Firstly, we believe that a full economic reset is crucial to Wolfhaven as we move closer to the opening of the new Fifth Haven world. The current system that has been here for a long time now has fallen behind over time and has very much shown its age recently. That is why we set out as a party to conduct a full review of how the economy is currently functioning and what needs to be changed to make it fairer to everyone. Because we want a more fair Wolfhaven, where the economy caters equally to all. We already know of flaws in the current job system in Pangaea, which has become outdated. It causes large rifts in the balances of players who play on survival versus the ones who don't. It also awards players largely for performing trivial tasks, such as terraforming and so on. This puts strain on the economy and doesn't encourage players to contribute back into Wolfhaven itself. That is why we are proposing a new system which will still contribute back into Wolfhaven itself. That um, that that is why we are proposing a new system which will still maintain the aspect of retail competition and will also encourage players to work more in terms of contribution to Wolfhaven. This new economic reset will work for everyone here, and for the rest of Wolfhaven, we can promise you that. One of our main tasks as the Party for Gardellia is to cater in the interests of the region of Gardellia. We have already made enormous contributions to the way Gardellia is run by successfully introducing a Gardellian assembly which brings the main issues which concern Gardellia to an institution which is based around the region. We want to continue supporting this assembly, and with the opening date still in 2 weeks' time, we believe that our continued support of the assembly through this time and through the first few weeks of this operation is crucial to making sure that it runs smoothly and as planned. The regional development, the The regional development of Gardellia has recently encountered issues in regards to the land exploitation and overexpansions of towns, wherein these towns are expanding their road and rail infrastructure without having much intention of expanding the amount of buildings in the towns. This is unfair to nearby towns, which have their capability to expand hindered by this exploitation of land. And we want to tackle this issue by introducing laws that will prevent this kind of disadvantage to Gardellia continuing to happen. The interests of Gardellia and the people of Gardellia is what is at our heart, and we intend to continue with that in the coming term of Parliament. In less than a year from now, the acting president of Wolfhaven will have to temporarily suspend his duties for 2 years, leaving the issue of running the Wolfhaven server and keeping the peace up to the democratically elected House of Representatives. We want Wolfhaven to be prepared for this eventuality, and that is why we will set out a plan to develop the role of the elected government in Wolfhaven, giving it more individual power over how the country is run and extend its duties. The Parliament was originally established as a way of moving the role of power in Wolfhaven away from the President so that the server itself can become more self-dependent. Our party wishes to continue with this process of making the elected government and parliament a more important and influential decision maker in Wolfhaven politics. The Party for Gardellia believes that the mentionable list currently enforced in Wolfhaven is no longer as much needed as it has been in the past due to a large decrease in the amount of offending members, with the only offences being mentioned mentioned simply as clarification in conversation or a necessity to mention it to give context. The strict laws being imposed on citizens for innocently breaking these rules are no longer justifiable in the current day of WolvHaven, and it is simply restricting the citizens' freedom of expression. We do not want to see people being punished for trivial offences and having their civil liberties undermined through these unnecessary laws. Of course, we still do believe that we must take a strong stance against the act of advertisement, and therefore strict laws will still be enforced on the context and ways that other servers can be mentioned. Therefore, as a party working for the civil liberties of the people of WolvHaven, we will loosen these regulations to give people the freedom of expression they deserve. Our party is thoroughly committed to the cause of changing WolvHaven for the better in all of the aspects that need improvement. We can see what affects the people of WolvHaven, and we want to see these issues resolved for everyone. We, as the previous governing party, have good experience in government, and we are the only government to date that has successfully achieved our election goals and put in place the policies we have promised to implement. We want you to know that our party is a better choice, not how other parties are a worse choice. We do not base ourselves off of other parties' failures. We base ourselves off of our own achievements. Therefore, for strong, reliable, and successful government, the only choice is, of course, to vote for the Party for Gardellia, for equality, for freedom, for Gardellia. Thank you.